What's up, YouTube? So back here today to talk about the top exercises for anti-aging. Okay, and I can't stress these two exercises enough. It's going to be, especially for women. Okay, it's going to be um, squats and lunges. And first, I wanted to say that one of the first things to kind of go south when you get older, and I'm speaking from experience as a personal trainer, is your butt. The butt begins to go south. It's not as tight. Okay, the muscles don't. You can train it one day and then take off sometime, and it's still gonna look the same. Um, as opposed to, let's say, someone a young lady who's in their late teens, okay, to someone who's in their 20s. All right. um, the effects of aging, I will say, start to the effects of aging start to take place, probably, I would say, in the late 30s to all the way up, past that. Okay, anything after your, early to mid 30s, anything after that, it's all downhill from there. If you're not careful. Now, I know of situations where, uh, you know, women have been able to really hold it together, uh, um, you know, in their all the way up into their 50s. Okay, and this has to do with knowledge. You have to have knowledge. You have to know what is going on during this time. Okay, what's going on with your body, and to also pay attention to your genealogy in your family. If you have a family that does not have the greatest genetics, this is something you really should pay attention to, because if you don't, before you know it, we're all going to age. However, it doesn't have to be such a rough experience. All right. There are some people that have very good genetics in their family, and the effects of aging don't set in so fast. However, it's a reality for everyone. We're all going to age, but it doesn't have to be such a rough experience. So, the reason why I want to say squats is because you're training over 200 and something different muscles in your body, right? But you're primarily targeting your lower body. All right. You're hitting your glutes, you're hitting your hamstrings, you're hitting your quads, and you're also hitting your thighs, and you're engaging also your calves. Okay. Along with some of the upper body, you're hitting your entire core, you're hitting your upper body, such as your shoulders, your triceps, trying to stabilize the bar. Now, I would recommend that if you're going to do squats, you do it with, free weight. If you don't have a spotter, okay, I understand. But now a lot of squat racks in the gyms now are kind of like self-spotting. So I'm sorry, if you get stuck, the bar will come crashing down on the rack and not on the ground. All right. When I was in high school, and we had these squat racks, man, that were just like, it was just like, two pieces, one side here over there and one side over there. It looked like something that came out of a mechanic shop. And there was no safety mechanism to them. So if you got stuck on the squat, you better roll it off of your back, because it's there's nothing to catch it. So anyways, so you want to do the squats. Make sure you're going deep with these squats. I would advise going, like pyramids. Okay, I've seen some women who they just go high reps and that's it. That's all nice and dandy and everything. However, the issue that I have with high reps is that, when you go heavy, when you, let's say, for example, go a pyramid of, let's say, 2 to 3 reps, you are you are recruiting more muscle fibers in your body by going heavier reps. And this is where the secretion of growth hormone is taking place, okay? This is why I advise doing, let's say, pyramids. So basically, you start off with a warm-up. You work your way up to a heavy set. Let's say 2 to 3 repetitions, okay, of heavy weight. Then from that, you work your way down, going from 2 to 3 repetitions down to, let's say, 6 to 8 repetitions. Then from that to 15. Then from that to 20. All right. And this is how I would do it. After that, you can incorporate, that's when you go into your lunges. After your squats, you go straight into your lunges. All right. This is how you're going to offset the ugly truth of aging, man, is to first hit those areas that seem to really get ravaged first. Okay. And this is an advice for let's say, men as well, because, I'm aware of one bodybuilder. Was it, Kevin Levrone? He was a pro bodybuilder back really big in the 90s and all the way into the early 2000s. Okay. And he came back, he did a comeback, and the guy is great. He's got a great upper body. I'll give him that. But he did a comeback in his 50s. And, one of the things that happened was his legs were lagging. He was lagging in his legs. And, one bodybuilder, Dennis James, who's a retired bodybuilder, he mentioned that. He said, it's not going to happen. The guy's not going to come back. His legs, once they start to go, they're gone. Okay. And, until now, I'm still kind of like not really sure why that is. I think it has something to do with the amino acids or the amount of amino acids. I know I overread something having to do with amino acids. But anyways, yeah, so Kevin Levroni's legs, they just kind of, when they went south, man, once he started to age, those legs did not come back, not even nearly as good as they used to be back in the 90s. The only bodybuilder that I've seen who actually is a powerlifter who has been able to really keep really good, strong, dense legs up into their 50s is, I believe he's in his 50s, is Stan Efferding. This guy, he is a powerlifter, but he's also a pro bodybuilder, and he's really he's got good legs. The guy's got good legs for his age. I mean, even not for his age, you could see the striations in his quads and everything. These are the 2 most highly recommended exercises. And the reason why I would say squats and lunges is because with squats can easily translate into other exercises, that you can get strong off of, right? So if you are, let's say, if you get good at squats, you get strong at the squats, it's easy to make gains, let's say, in working your upper body, okay? Because those secondary exercises don't involve as many muscles, let's say, as something like the compounded squat, right? So let's say you do bicep curls, you do tricep extensions, if you do back rows, right? Those are not quite as compounded as, let's say, the squat. So that's why I say that's a very foundational exercise that easily translates very well into other exercises that you're trying to be good at. So that's why I'm saying, this is a really good foundation to start from. And secondly is, like I said, it's going to tackle those areas that get hit the hardest when it comes to aging. So I hope you found this useful and helpful. Subscribe, share this video, hit that bell over there on the right, and hopefully I'll be back again to talk to you soon. Give tips on fitness or whatever. If you have any recommendations, put it down in the comment section. Take care, everybody.